We're going live now to Queen's Park Premier Doug Ford speaking. Right, let's listen in.
And make no mistake about it, he's coming for us. Is it tomorrow or is it a month down the road? But it's very concerning what I heard today. And I think all countries around the world should be concerned on what he's saying. His number one goal is to take businesses off other countries, specifically Ontario, to undermine us and try to get businesses to invest, cutting regulatory areas that will speed things up in the U.S. We have to compete. We have to compete as a country, as a province, to make sure that we protect the jobs of the people of Ontario. And as I've said before, I'll do whatever it takes to protect the jobs here in Ontario.
Premier, does this delay mean that in the Trump's, sorry, Joanne, does this delay mean that you can put the an early election on the back burner, that you don't have to go to the polls just yet because we have some semblance of normalcy for at least a few more months?
Well, I don't call that normal. I just call it another threat that he's throwing out there. He's created the department to go after countries on tariffs. This gives more uncertainty, if anything. It gives uncertainty to companies that want to invest in Ontario that are now not 100% sure if tariffs are going to affect their company. I think it's a lot worse today than it was yesterday.
So an election's not on the back burner?
And I need a clear mandate from the people of Ontario to fight against these tariffs, to make sure that we have a loud voice. I'm going to continue communicating with our colleagues down in the United States. I'm going to another conference call right now with the governor of Wisconsin, and we're just going to continue voicing, our outrage, if I can call that outrage, how the president is attacking his closest friends and allies.
Premier, you said last week you would need a new mandate to spend tens of billions of dollars in response to tariffs. Now you're saying you need a new mandate just to negotiate against possible tariffs?
Well, no, these tariffs are coming. I need a mandate, and I will spend tens of billions of dollars to protect people's jobs here in Ontario with the support of the federal government. We have to make sure that Ontario has a very loud voice down in the U.S., which we're making sure we're heard loud and clear. We also need to have a loud voice in Ottawa and working with all the other provinces.
But sorry, why do you need a new mandate if you are already currently within this current mandate pushing back against the tariffs?
This is ongoing. This is going to be for 4 years with Donald Trump. He wants to undermine us any which way he can. He wants to take jobs away from Ontarians. He wants to attract businesses from Ontario to come down to the United States. And I'm going to use every tool in our toolbox to make sure that I protect the people of Ontario. We need a clear mandate, not for tomorrow, not for the next day, for 4 years of dealing with our American friends.
Premier, back in 2018, the first time there were tariffs, you didn't call another election. So why do you need to call an election now? The tariffs were the same then as they would be this time.
Well, Colin, good question. But I'll tell you one thing. It was night and day. Donald Trump 1.0 is a lot different than Donald Trump with a massive mandate, with a popular vote, controlling the Senate, controlling Congress, and the White House. There's a big, huge difference. And he never spoke aggressively like he did before. And he is talking very aggressive towards his closest ally, and it's very, very concerning.